Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Marissa. I'm sure you guys can already kind of tell that by my name. Hopefully you have watched one of my videos and that's what brought you back to this video, or if you're new, welcome. Today I wanted to do a little bit more of an about me video because I feel like I did one about 7 months ago and my channel is starting to grow a little bit, so I just wanted to have a refresher of a complete about me just so that you guys can get to know me. I just feel like it's a little interesting that I don't feel like I have it about me, so I just want you guys to get to know me a little bit more on a little bit more deeper level rather than basically me spitting out my view on certain things or fitness related or whatever it is. I just want you guys to get to know me a little bit more. So I am 23 years old. I was born and raised in California, Los Angeles area. It is definitely a weirder childhood growing up in LA, being an LA baby, born and raised. I definitely didn't know that there was a difference between people that grew up here and people that didn't grow up here until I did get into my 20s. Almost everyone could assume that I am from Los Angeles. People are like, oh, you're from LA, aren't you? And I'm just like, yes. As a kid, the main things I did were ice skate, gymnastics, and horseback riding. Mainly horseback riding. That was definitely my everything. I got my first horse when I was 5 years old. One day my mom I told my mom I wanted a white horse. I think her dreams came true more than mine did because she just always wanted a little girl that wanted to ride horses with her, and when I said I wanted a white horse, it was like done right then and there. I remember that when you used to buy horses, it was in these magazines, and she brought home all these magazines and was like, pick out your horse. I was looking through all these magazines, and then there was my horse that was white with blue eyes, and I was like, that's my horse. I circled her, we went and got her, and right when I saw her, I named her Magic. So I grew up with this horse named Magic. She literally was a white quarter horse, beautiful body, pretty big butt, fast as can be. And I would just ride her for fun basically, and then by around 7, 8 years old, I told my mom I wanted to start doing barrels. I rode every single day up until now. As an adult, I didn't ride as much as I was throughout high school and a kid, but definitely now I ride quite often again, which obviously you guys can tell by this channel, I love horses. I don't think that's a shock. I just wanted to give you guys my back history on horses because it's just like, I feel like I just threw all this stuff in my channel without explaining where it comes from, the roots of it. So just really today I want to explain basically myself because there's a lot going on this channel sometimes. So just wanted to have an all-around video as to why I love these certain things. So yes, horses, super near and dear to my heart. I actually have always been, I've never called myself a cowgirl. I never even really entered into the horse world as crazily as I could have. It's just definitely a different world. It's a world that I love, but I just don't get with the people, so I just definitely am just a horse solo person, if that makes sense. So I grew up with a lot of animals. My grandfather actually was the person that was in charge of the reptiles at the zoo. So I grew up going to the zoo all the time, seeing the most exotic animals. A very close friend to my family, she has a monkey sanctuary, so we would go and hang out with the monkeys. My stepdad is an animal wrangler for the film studios, so I also grew up with just a bunch of animals in my house all the time getting trained, mainly pigs, some sort of bird, chickens, horses, just like mainly farm animals I grew up with in my house. It was definitely interesting. I would just get home and there'd just be like a little baby teacup pig. I'd be like, oh my god, what the heck? And then it's just like a part of the family, and then before you know it, you're just like, this damn pig. It was so weird, so interesting. I decided not to go to college, which is very shocking, I know. It's actually something I don't like to talk about because I feel like I just graduated high school when social media was at its very first start. So it's almost as if the people I graduated high school with, we never really left each other because there's now this digital world where we can keep up with everyone and everything. And I just honestly, I don't know, I've never openly talked about it because it just part of the school system is to almost make you feel shameful if you haven't achieved whatever they think you need to achieve. But I have always lived deep in my soul that the school system is super, super messed up. I've been against the school system since I entered. I literally had the heebie-jeebies when I felt like what the school system was trying to do to my brain. And don't get me wrong, I think education is so important. I just think the right education is important, and I take the right education into my hands. I like to self-teach myself with books and subjects that I admire and I love, from people that I admire and I love. My mom grew me up with the mentality that those who cannot do teach, and my mom is just so bold for saying that to such a young child, because I literally went to school and would look at my teachers and be like, everything you're teaching me, you have not done. So why am I going to listen to you? Why am I going to take advice from you? And then on the weekend, she would take me to her job where I would hang out with the main boss and watch the main boss. I would work. I mean, I started working when I was literally 7 years old. I've always had this entrepreneur mindset. I used to do lemonade stands all the time. I actually got super creative to the point where I started making coupons. So I'd blow up all these balloons where I knew all the kids lived in the neighborhood. I would blow up these balloons at night. I'd write 50 cents off, and I would tie it to all their mailboxes. So when they'd wake up in the morning, they'd see a pink cute balloon or a yellow balloon, and all these kids would come with their balloons, with their little coupon, and they obviously got to keep the balloon, but they would come and get their lemonade and their cookie with their parents, and my lemonade stands would make bank. I was always like that. I was always looking for a way to make money. I was always looking for a way to be creative and pitch something. I mean, I would pitch family vacations to my family. I'd sit everyone down. I'd have a poster ready, and I would say how we're gonna raise the money for the trip. I'd say what we're gonna do. And sometimes they wouldn't fall through, but sometimes they would fall through, or they would come through. And I just have always been like that and craved that. So, but I was just so against school, because to me it's a waste. To me, I never ever 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 have learned sitting down looking at someone talk. It's not going to happen. If you want something to register for me, you have to paint it out. You have to show me. I have to be let's say I want to learn how to build a car. If I'm sitting in a classroom, I actually have to have the tools in my hand, the car in front of me, and the engineer has to walk me over and show me what to do. I can't learn through reading it, writing it. I have to see it and feel it. And that's what a lot of my teachers discovered about me throughout grade school, middle school, and high school. High school, I worked my butt off to even get anywhere near I got, because learning is not, I don't learn the way other people learn. I have to have it in my hands. I have to be doing it. I can't even listen to anyone. I almost have to figure it out myself, and I just learned so opposite than so many other people. So for me to go back into another school system where I knew I just wasn't going to grasp what other people were learning, I couldn't bear doing it. So I had to search within myself and know that if I wanted to be anything this lifetime, I would have to teach myself, and I'd have to grind to where I taught myself. Life gets really complicated and you lose track, but I feel like I'm finally back to where my path is supposed to lead me. How I made up for college is I didn't ever stop working. I have taken on the weirdest, craziest jobs imaginable. It's almost as if the universe would know I need them in my life and present them to me. So I've just worked at some really interesting, crazy places, but they honestly all make sense because of where I'm at in my life right now. They're all leading up to these kinds of moments of where I just knew if I ever wanted something in life, I had to see it be done. And that's why I took on certain jobs that weren't exactly established. There are businesses that weren't established yet, because I wanted to see the beginning of how these businesses were formed and how they were made, the mistakes they made, the mistakes they didn't make, what worked, what didn't work. And I have just always put myself in that kind of environment, so I'm around business mindsets, seeing what they're doing, but not spending my own money and not making the same mistakes that they're making, so that in the future, when I am in that position, I know exactly what's going on and how to handle certain situations. And when a lot of people say, oh, you didn't go to college. I'm like, yes, but I went out to the work field and I got all the experience I need to get for what I want to do in my future. And I was getting paid at the same time rather than paying the school system. But that's just my choice in life. I don't recommend it. I'm not giving that advice to other people. I just knew deep down what was best for me and how I learned and how I knew I was going to be able to really soak in knowledge. I read every single day. I don't read fiction books. I read basically all self-help, finance, personal growth, psychology books. Those are mainly my main subjects that I am obsessed with, that I can read on and on and on and on and on forever. That's just my view on it. Like I said, nothing against anyone that went to college. I think education is super important. If that's how you learn, do it, you know? Like, people say college was the best experience for them. I just knew this person, this soul, could not. I absolutely, you guys don't understand. I would fight that thought and there's no way. When people would ask me about it, I was like, no, I'm not going. And people would just kind of be like shocked, like, how are you so sure that you will make it in life without a degree? And I just said, I don't care, I will make any way to not go, because every single sense of college just is not my personality. It would be like putting a fish in the desert. Like, that would be me. I would be the fish in the desert. Like, what am I gonna do? Just lay there and basically dehydrate to death and die. Like, my soul would die. This Marissa that I know, that I love, would die. I would just become the worst version of myself imaginable. And I knew that down the line I would pay greatly for the torture I put myself through by going through the college education system. Not happening. But other people, they are cheetahs, they are tigers, they are giraffes, they are elephants. They are meant for that environment. This person, no, not for me. What about fitness? So I have been wanting to talk about the subjects for quite some time because it's literally how people know me. I have just been mainly known for my fitness journeys and the up and down relationship I've had with weight and where my body has been. And it is a place that is so near and dear to my heart. But unfortunately, social media and the internet weren't what they are now back in 2011, 2012 when I was a junkie on it. I have grown up over the years and realized I can't put all my focus into fitness. I love it. It is definitely the best outlet of therapy you could ever imagine for someone like me. But if I put too much into it, I get too obsessed with it. And that's what I've noticed about a lot of people, especially on social media right now. I'm seeing a lot more fitness people being open about their mental health struggles that they go through that got them to this point, and it feels really good because for a while I was starting to feel alone and being like, oh my god, are you psychotic? Are you neurotic? Like, what's going on here? But as more and more people are being open about their journey and what they've gone through, I am definitely realizing that it is an outlet to hurt yourself in a sense and to push yourself too far to a sense just for some relief of the pain that is within. So what happens when you work out is it obviously releases endorphins just naturally. So someone that is sad, depressed, angry, frustrated, any emotion that you have, jealous, insecure, whatever it is, you can walk into the gym feeling those emotions and walk out like you are the happiest human on earth. And that is so healthy. There is nothing against that for me. Nothing. I think that is a great, great, great step to a healthier mindset for sure. And that's what I think got me to this point, was going and doing that so many days. If I didn't have that, I don't even know where I would be. But I completely understand how healthy it is. But the unfortunate part is once those endorphins wear off and you're in bed by yourself that night, or you wake up in the morning, there's still that super sad side of you that is still there, that still can't be working out 24/7 to release those endorphins. So I got very tired of looking for the escape when it came to the gym because it just became so neurotic to where I just realized that if I didn't have fitness, I would never be a happy person. If I didn't rely on my body, I would never have happiness. If I never had abs to snap in a picture, I would never have happiness. And that was another unhealthy relationship. I took a healthy relationship and made it unhealthy. And that's what a lot of unhealthy people will do, is they will take healthy things and make them unhealthy. So I said, okay, this is a problem, Marissa. We need to get a healthy mindset, not just a healthy body. And that is what has almost led me to this point, is I got to a point where I have let go of my healthy body. I've let go of this body that has captivated people to follow me and read my things and be interested in me. But once I saw that responsibility, and once I had the responsibility of other people looking to me for this guidance, I realized that I was almost a coward, because I was painting a picture that didn't have the whole picture seen. I was showing people a little speck of the best part of this picture of myself, but not showing them the whole thing of what else is going on behind that little speck. So I just wanted to zoom out the microscope and show everyone everything, and show you that in this day and age, like, something isn't right, something isn't healthy with my generation's mindset, with my mindset, with other people's I know mindset. And they say if you want to be the change, you have to be the change. I've said that quite a bit in this channel, but I just want to always reassure that is what this channel is about, is me showing you guys my change, so that maybe inspires you, maybe inspires someone across the world. I don't know. But I am willing to put myself in this vulnerable position to just help one other person. Just like I was ready to put myself on the line when it came to fitness and open up about my struggles and give them someone to relate to, I'm going to do the same with my mindset. And it is very scary, because your mind is very vulnerable. Your body is just a body to me. You know, people can pick on it, people can do what it is, but it's not you. It's just literally dead cells and water. But your mind, on the other hand, your mind and your soul, that is something that is very protective to a lot of people, and they won't show that side to them. And I am deciding to show that side to me, so that people do have an outlet, because there is so much social media out in the world right now where everything is perfect, everyone is perfect. And sometimes when I'm going through my phone, I just if I come across way too many pretty girls profile, or way too many relationship goal profiles, or too many world traveler posts, you're like, what am I doing with my life? You look around and you just get in a really dark place, and that's not healthy. We shouldn't have that. We shouldn't have that comparing going on almost 24/7 when it comes to access of this phone. This phone is very dangerous. Technology is very dangerous, and at the rate that it's going at, I don't see it stopping. I don't see it necessarily changing. I see a little bit of hope with some souls that are starting to backpedal and disconnect from the internet, but at the rate it's going, I don't know. I can't predict it, but I decided to start this journey before it was too late and I was too caught up in it. And hopefully I could be the crazy hippie person screaming world peace and stuff like that while everyone else is like this. But I know there's some other people out there in the world that are kind of like me, so I gotta have some hope, right? I just kind of went on a little rant rather than saying facts about me. Sorry about that. I have a dog named Django that is the love of my life. I got him when I was 19 years old. I am 23 now. He's been in my life for 4 years. This dog, I have to let you guys know, this dog is my child. I know you hear this all the time from dog moms, but no. This relationship is different. I kid you not. I have never, ever allowed myself to love something as much as I love this dog. The way I love him is a way I wish I could love everyone in the world, because this is like an unconditional love. He could do anything and I get mad, but I don't get mad. I'm like, damn it, but it's okay because it's you and I love you to death. And he knows it. This little dog, he's not little, he is literally the size of a horse. This dog has me wrapped around his little pinky. I'm like, anything you say I will do. It's really sad. It's really pathetic. I am known to spoil him. I am known to favor him. I am just known to be obsessed with my dog, and that is completely fine because he deserves it. He is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I love Django to death. He is my boy. He is my soulmate. He is the love of my life. I literally do not know what I will do without this dog or what I would do without him in my life. Like, I just love him. Unconditional love, 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 love my dog. I have donkeys, but a lot of you guys know my baby donkey. Her name is Luna. She is another thing that I just, gosh, I have so much love for that little face. I'm sure you guys have all seen her. She is honestly the best thing ever. When people come to our ranch, she is definitely the star. With Luna, I imprinted on her the moment she was born, so she is just very, 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 very used to humans, and that's why she is the way she is. What is my sign? I am a Virgo. This is a very difficult sign, which I'm coming to find out. I love being a Virgo. I just hate how misunderstood Virgos are. We do this thing where we have these really tough personas, we have these really intense personalities, but deep down we are the most mushy-gushy, lovey type of people that will literally defend anyone that we love. You know, I'm actually a cusp of Virgo Libra. I'm not a full Virgo, I'm half Libra, half Virgo. I am on that, literally that day that it like slices, so I'm like half. And I was born in a certain week, that is the week of beauty. I don't like to say that. I really don't like to say that because just people think that like you want to say it, but it's just the fact. I had looked up my birthday, I looked at what it meant, and I'm just half Virgo, half Virgo, half Libra, and the week of beauty, whatever that's supposed to mean. Who knows? What got me into spirituality? Why I am such a spiritual junkie? Okay, so this is a topic I have been wanting to get nit and gritty with. So, spirituality. So I didn't know what my family was when we grew up. They were spiritual, but they never said anything. They never said, we're spiritual, honey. They just did spiritual things, and I was like, oh, this is fun, this is great, this is who I am. And the rest of the world didn't really do it, and I was like, oh, okay, so it's a little weird, whatever. I just didn't think anything of it. I grew up with very artsy humans. My grandma was an artist, my aunt is an artist, my mom is an artist. They're all artists, and artists are not the same personality as your regular accountant or lawyer. It's just like night and day between the personalities. So I was always around artists. I had no lawyer, accountant personality in my life. So when I came into this whole world where there's a lot of lawyers, accountants, and those kinds of people, I was like, what is this? I don't know what to do. And I just really knew how to cover it up and be like, okay, let's keep that aside and let's just try to stay right here in the middle where you seem normal. And I kind of just let it all go, like once I started getting into high school, because there's no way I could go to high school and be like, do you guys have your crystals today? They'd be like, what are you talking about? I literally remember people coming into my room being like, what are these rocks? And I was just like, they're my crystals, and people were like, what? So I ended up putting them in like this treasure chest and like hid them from the world. My high school best friend, her and I would play with tarot cards though, and she was like that one person that like got that spiritual side to me. We always like knew there was something magical about our friendship, but we just didn't really ever understand that it was like that spirituality underneath our childhoods that were rooting in our friendship that made it like, oh, magical, because it was a spiritual friendship. I had to go through a lot of pain to realize what spirituality was again. I had to be reborn into this world because, like I said, getting to high school, a little bit out of high school, I just didn't live that way anymore. I didn't think like that anymore. I just got really back into this reality world of like what's going on with people around me and just went into that. I did try to become religious. I tried going to Christianity. I started going to church by myself. I tried to find any outlet of faith and nothing fit me until zooming in about 2 years ago when I refound spirituality, and it's like, boom, that's where your faith lies, and that's my childhood. So I had to go through a lot of heartbreak, a lot of chaos, a lot of downfall, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of things to bring me back to my spiritual path. And Like I said, it all comes back down to my life coach that I had. Forever grateful for that experience. I went through a pretty intense relationship with a person and we decided to take a break. And on our break, I literally felt like I needed a rehab. You know how Selena Gomez goes to these detox rehabs? I'm not rich enough to go do that. So I was like, what can I do to have that but not spend all that money? So I was like, all right, well, they have these things called therapists, but my mom is super against therapists and I had one before. Don't bond. So I was like, what about a life coach? And coincidentally, one of my friends, that our client friend that is very spiritual, said you should talk to my life coach, which then is a spiritual life coach, which then shot me all the way into the spiritual world. See how the universe does that for you? Friend, client that's spiritual leads me to a life coach, and then life coach brings me on back to spirituality, and then kaboom. The universe is like insane. So I get this life coach. She's super spiritual. She sends me to all these books, which led me to The Universe Has Your Back, Gabrielle Bernstein. You all know how I feel about that woman. Love her, love her, love her. Lifesaver. If you've never read one of her books, go out there right now and read The Universe Has Your Back. Life-changing. So I read that book. I couldn't stop flipping the pages. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I was actually at a doctor's appointment with someone. They were actually at a psychiatrist appointment where they were about to get some meds. I'm sitting in a psychiatrist office building waiting for this person to get their medicine, and I'm just scrolling through this book like, no, like, we're really here. You are about to get medication. Like, there has to be another answer. There's no way I'm allowing this to happen. So I just went full speed into it, obsessed with the book, which led me to so many other books, which then led me to so many other experiences, which have led me all to here, to where I feel like it is my duty now to share with the world the path of a very hurt person and how to become a very whole, happy person via internet. Because there's books, there's blogs, there's all those kinds of things, but I haven't really seen any vlogs or blogs that like captivate me and show me like what I know I'm going through. And Teal Swan, Ralph Smart, they are the most amazing people, because they are those influencers that sit there and motivate you and teach you, and that's what inspired me to do this. I know I don't have all that wisdom and all that knowledge to sit here and give you facts like Ralph Smart and Teal Swan, where they will literally change your life and tell you what to do. I'm here kind of showing you what I'm taking in and like doing with my life and trying on air a certain amount of things. But 7 months ago, when I made that video on my mom's porch in my little sports bra talking about my fitness introduction, that was a whole completely different person than the person that's sitting here right now. That person, every single day when it comes to this mental health journey, this spiritual journey, this fitness journey, every day I'm a different person, and it feels extraordinary. There's not a price you can put on this feeling. Last summer, I quit my job. I left a relationship, I moved out of my house, I said screw it, and I went to Mexico and I did that 5-meal DMT experience, and I just realized that in that darkness I could rebuild my dream, and this is me rebuilding my dream. I don't regret doing it for a moment. I know that this is exactly what I meant to do. This is what fuels my soul. This is what makes me happy. This is what makes me appreciative. This is what makes me breathe in air and just have so much gratitude for this world I lived in. When about a year ago, every time I woke up, I just wanted to bang my head on a wall and make it all go away. And that is no way to live. No way to live. There is so much beauty here. There's so many experiences. There's so many people. There's so much love and gratefulness and beauty and happiness and peace and quietness and wisdom and knowledge that is here to be shared, rather than jealousy, insecurities, drama, unhappiness, boredom, ugly. That doesn't need to be seen. You can literally block it out. You can block it out. You can block it out, but you have to start walking. It's like you're in a really dark, scary, spooky forest. You can sit there and you could stay there all day. You could twiddle your thumbs, you could make a little fire, you can get some friends to come and join you. You could build a life there. You could stay there. Or you could be like, anyone want to go with me down this road to happiness? And they'll all be like, oh no, there's the unknown over there. I don't even know how to get there. And it looks way scarier getting there than just staying right here. So we're going to stay right here. And you're like, all right, you put on your backpack, you pack up your things, and you just go walking down that road. And let me tell you, there are some monsters. There are some things that come out of these bushes and trees that you're like, oh my God. And you want to scream and run back. And sometimes you do find yourself running back and then you stop and you're like, no, I've made so much progress. I need to keep going forward. And you just continue down this journey. And then one day, just one day, you're in the pitch black and you look down and your foot has light on it. And you're just like, what? And you look up and the sun is starting to shine. It's not fully there. By no means is it fully there, but you see a speck of it. And let me tell you, that is the most motivating experience ever. The moment you start seeing that little light, you don't want to ever stop again because you feel the warmth of it, you feel the love of it, you feel the gratefulness in it, you feel the happiness there, you feel the peace there, you feel whole. And you're just like, oh no. And then you almost just want to start running and running and running. You might sprain your ankle. You might hit a hiccup. You might hit something that makes you sit down and stay in this like semi-light, semi-dark place, and that is okay. As long as you can look back and see how far you've gone and congratulate yourself and pat yourself on the back for going that far, trust me, you are more than ahead, and you have to be okay with sometimes just sitting down and relaxing. You can't do a marathon without practicing, so just baby steps. So then you limp yourself there, but you know you're still making progress. And then one day, you are almost all in light, and there is no way you even remember what that place looked like. You have the memories of the dark place, but you will never go back there again. You try not to think about it as much as possible, and you just stay in that light, and that light is inspiring. It makes you creative. It makes you love. There's a whole new crowd of people there. There's a whole new scene there. There's a whole new everything there. And once I felt that, I knew I had to at least help some of the people I saw back there, or some of the people that I knew needed help seeing the light or the road or the path. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. It honestly means the world to me. I will see you all in my next video, and have a great day. Bye.